EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the North Star State, where the sounds of the Yaller horn and the Skol chant echo throughout U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
It's a pickup of 6.
Jackson.
And 4 at the 36-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And 4 yards to go.
Now Jackson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down, Baltimore.
First down, here's Mitchell. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Ravens first down.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
Complete.
2nd and 5.
Rashad Bateman. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll find Bateman once more. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Hill will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. Escapes the defender. And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. In motion left, that's Thielen. Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 53 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That's good.
Mason on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw McCarthy. On the screen, this is Mason. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Mason, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
If we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
He's taken down.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 18 carries, 68 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much in legs that helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and trying to slow him down, he's still got the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
To throw is Jackson. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
Jackson's pass.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
Watson. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's Jackson.
At the 37-yard line.
Flushed out right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
44 yards on the play. And the Raven 1st down.
They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 13-yard line.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there. Now will be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
Jackson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end goes home for a Ravens touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup at 5. From the 33, here's second down and 5.
Second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for Jordan Addison. Incomplete. Brings up third and 5.
Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Smith in on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
McCarthy is set to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down, Ravens.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The offense on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards.
Okay. This is like watching paint dry. Wake up! Have to happen.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Gets past one man. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The drive begins with Mason. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Adafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That's good. Toss play to Mason. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 yards.
Jackson.
Third down.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 1:57 to go in his first half on EA Sports. And his kick here is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Ooh, with a juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. McCarthy operating from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 19. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. McCarthy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's second and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Recovered by Baltimore.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
14. And the Raven first down.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddies. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD. Down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come back. You're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. To the air with McCarthy. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
17 yards. That's good for a Vikings first down. First and 10.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Complete. Jefferson the target. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Looking in zone for Jones. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 75. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. That time a 6-play drive. And it's polished up by the Vikings score. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson now. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Ravens.
From the gun and give to Mitchell. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15. First down, Baltimore.
Another run with Mitchell. And not much running room. Into the 32. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. David Njoku from 4 yards out. They'll try to run it here. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On play action, McCarthy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adafe Owe in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
Jackson's pass.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
The toss left side from Mitchell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. It's a gain of 10. And the Ravens first
From
down.
midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd and 9.
Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. He wants to end every possession with a kill, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slant at the end. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
They'll hand it to Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken
Now
down
they contend with a 2nd and 12 after
it's
the
a
loss.
of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now McCarthy.
47.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Throwing is McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
J.J. McCarthy sacked. Ryan Wright.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Ravens on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That third down conversion good for 23. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
First down, Baltimore.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. And down he goes. A second back right around the 41-yard line.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Mason, ball carrier.
McCarthy gets set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
Trenton Simpson. A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. First down, here's Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Josh Metellus on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 3rd down and 6.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
to throw is Jackson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. It's back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Vikings 14.
touchdown, Luke. Back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19.
To the air with McCarthy. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam.
McCarthy's pass.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A give here to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Dances by him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. And it's Luke for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive of 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll start with a run by Mason. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Mason going to get it on 1st down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And really, it looked at times like they just